Hi, Sam and Steve, another video, and the topic on this is going to be NDE experiences, and I'm going to talk about what's called real time. All of you have heard, I mean, most of you know, is that sometimes when people are under surgery, whatever the circumstances may be, they have an out-of-body experience. In this particular case, I'm going to be talking about two different events here, but in this particular case, what it is, it's surgery, and what the particular person was floating above their body, and they can hear and see everything that's going on during the surgery. In this particular case, this one is different, and you may have heard of this kind of things before. It's really interesting. What happened is that during the surgery, she was floating above her body, and she decided to go through the hospital. And she's floating around. She's going all through the hospital. She's describing, pretty much there's it's studying, how would she know about it? But she's describing parts of the hospital, a waiting room where, families are there in the waiting room to support her while she's in surgery. And so she's floating around, and she goes in the actual room, the waiting room. She finds these people, and there is one particular family member that doesn't like her at all. I mean, there's some real stuff, and what he was talking about is being very negative about her. She's there. They can't see her, but she can see them, and she's focused on that one family member that's being very negative. And everything that he says, she's remembering everything that he said. So let me go ahead and continue on this. Back in her room, and the surgery went from what I understand, really went well, and it wasn't really complicated. She was having kind of a simple surgery, but it's in there. And the second day, guess who comes in the room? That family member. Boy, did she pull a fast one on this one. Does she pull a fast one on this one? And she starts, he's coming in, and she starts repeating what he said. And he's remembering everything he said, and what's going on here? What happened? How do you know what I said? What transpired after that, though, is that she had a goal, and what she wanted to do is to clear the air. And this was the time that she was going to do it. So they really cleared the air. I mean, they really, from what I understand, things were going on in there, and they cleared the air. And from what I understand afterwards, they're doing okay. They reconciled to each other. That's the first story. The second story I'm going to tell you is that sometimes in a hospital, again, out-of-body experience. A woman in her mid-40s, she's having surgery done, and she's having an out-of-body experience. She's looking at her body, she's seeing everything, and all the things that are being said during the surgery. Even the music. There was some music being played. I don't know all the details, but anyway, she's watching it, and then there's another surgery, and she's out there, and she starts kind of floating around, and she's in another operating room of a child. Now, a little bit of history on this child. This child's been sick, having surgery in the heart. And sometimes kids are born, unfortunately things go on. There are things going on, they have to have, in this particular case, there was a number of heart surgery. It's amazing how they can do heart surgery on a small little one. I mean, it's just stunning. But they can do it today. And but this particular time, this one kid was going through surgery, and God decided to call this child home. And she witnessed it. But here's the thing that she witnessed, it was his time, that even though he was just, it was his time. And he was taken, and God called him home. And as he was sending into heaven, going towards heaven, what she witnessed, though, was really the reverence, how children are really treated. In other words, what she witnessed is that this one child was on the path going towards the light, towards God. On either side were angels, as far as the eye can see. All of them had their heads bowed as this one child was walking towards the path towards God. The reverence that it is stunning, and when a child passes on, and when God calls them home, they are absolutely, utterly revered. She was never the same. She had children of her own. This feeling that she got from it, she was just profoundly affected by it. But she also she really understood the reverence, how kids are treated, when things happen, how kids are treated. And she was never the same since she was really deeply affected by it. But anyway, those are the two stories, and it is stunning how what transpires. You know, things go on, and when I keep going back to God, it is studying how things go, how things work, how things are done, and everything and anything is possible with God. I kid you not, I keep saying it and saying it over again, but it's studying how all this works. In all the kinds of cases that we have, ending experiences, whatever, it really, there's a purpose to all of it. It really is for our benefit, one way or another. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end it here, and again, as always, I hope your day is going well. Thanks for watching this video. Until the next one, thanks again for watching this video. Thanks again.